tough, and I say that, and I don't. So welcome to the Up Your Vibe tribe, where we're here to connect, because it can be a lonely world right now, especially when we know G&M and they talk the medical and we're like, rah, 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 rah. So this is about connecting. It's about learning G&M and the importance of that foundation and learning to trust your body, and then developing tools and and then the other main thing is getting you back on your mission if you're a little off your mission of whatever that looks like in your life. So there's kind of like four goals that we have for this call. So because of one of our gals is currently having a little panic attack, I just went for my walk with God, and the three words that I use on my tag as a tagline, sometimes I have different ones, but it's just three words. We can all remember three words. It's breathe, trust, love. So those three words and some simple actions can help you. This is a downgrading tool. This is a coping tool that we always have, because we always have our breath, whether it's even just like a little short breath. You're not getting a full breath, but if you have breath, you're still alive. So we always have that. And then we just need ourselves. So often we have these backpacks of these tools and blah, 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 but we're getting sidetracked. They can be handy when we're tired or lazy, but we have all it takes to move through any symptom, through any situation. So breathe. Obviously, that's the process of getting oxygen. That's the foundation of human being, of life. Every living creature breathes its own way. So getting that oxygen into the body helps reset the nervous system, helps bring you back to the present time. Trust. Trust two things. Trust your body. So when we have a symptom that comes up that can come out of the blue, it's like, whoa, what was that? We freak out. Then we breathe. Then we trust. Oh, I don't have to panic anymore about my body. I know 100% of the time my body's doing the right thing for the current circumstances. So if you can bring yourself to the present moment through that first breath, and you trust your body, and trust the process, trust God, trust what's in front of you. If it's an external event, trust that is there to give you something you need. Nothing's willy-nilly here on earth. So breathe, and you in through the nose, out through the mouth. Trust your body, trust God, trust the process, and love. So you're breathing out fear, confusion, whatever those low vibrations are, you're breathing out those. And if you think about it as a circuit, you're breathing out, and then you're asking for love, universal love, God, whatever that is to you. You're asking for that to come in. It's kind of funny. I get this vision. You never see somebody that's just accomplished something looking down and going, yay, I did it. They're always going, yay, I did it. So the good energy has to come from above. So I picture this as a simple circuit. Out with fear, frustration, anger, whatever that is. And then the trust, love. You're asking love to just come through you over and over and over. Whether it's a panic attack that you're working through, whether it's a symptom that you're working through, breathe. I trust my body, I trust my body, I trust my body. And you can play with this. There's no right way to do this. This is something you can just get your own little thing. Like when I breathe out, I just picture all those just pieces of energy in my body that just don't need to be there. And then it makes room for love to come in. How simple. So if we check in right now and kind of go, okay, my vibration right now on a scale of 1 to 10, and we can put it in the chat, or keep it to yourself is okay. On a 0 to 10, 0 being, oh, I'm just blue, I'm in a hole and nobody can even see me. I can't even reach out. That's 0. And then 10 is I am totally creative and there's not a care in my physical body, my emotional body, my energetic body. I'm a 10. And it's not an ego 10. It's just I'm in the flow. So Courtney's a 4. And I would say this morning, I'll give myself, like a 6.5. I'm in a good place as far as my emotions, my head. A little soreness because of 3 days of construction. And that's just perfect because I'm rebuilding. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Okay, and Susan's a 5. So what I'd like to do together is to do you can go off video if you want to just kind of play with it and move. But let's do like 5 minutes of this and just play with it. Breathe, trust, love. However that looks like, however that feels like, if you want to add some fun to it. I will mute myself because Lord knows what's going to happen here at 315 Main Street. So we'll go about 5 minutes. And if you're still playing with it and want to go longer, we can do that because we are creating our own world today. Does that sound good? Okay, so I will mute myself. Actually, I'll put a little background music on. I'll do a quick little search and I'll find a little music that might just support this. And so start. Just breathe. Through your nose, out through your mouth. Trust. I trust my body. I trust life. I trust God. And love. I love myself. I love my life. I love this universe. You can spend time on this because that's the gratitude also. All right, how are you doing? You never know how long is long. Let's check in. I know I had some emotions coming up. How's that for you, Susan? Other than the sound being wonky.
Yeah, we couldn't hear the music.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's okay. You know, I do have a practice every morning where I meditate first thing. And so I hadn't really done a superb job of that this morning, which is okay. So to be able to revisit it, it's okay, but it takes me a long time to get still these
Oh,
days
yes.
because of this thing called pain.
Hmm.
So I most often am able to relax when I'm distracted, as opposed to bringing my breathing into focus, because my breathing is it's not even. And lately I have a new thing. It seems I always have a new thing to make me long for just my regular ailments.
Yes.
I wish I just have my regular ailments, which they seem to take a back seat when I have new ones. Of course, I have this sore in my head that's still sore. That's okay, I can deal with that. But then I have hemorrhoids. So,
Want me to stop recording?
I don't care.
We all have hemorrhoids. I mean, we can all have hemorrhoids. It's a program. So congratulations, you just resolved something. Good for you,
Yes.
Susan.
I was looking it up. I'm learning GNM. And that's always helpful to see that it's part of the healing process. But, you know, I sit here all day, and because I'm mostly by myself, every 30 minutes or so, I go, oh,
Yes.
it just smarts. You know, it just smarts.
Yep.
But it won't be there forever. Anything that's not going to be around forever,
Well,
like the
nothing,
body in general.
right. Nothing will be. Like it's
Right.
everything's temporary. And when we can understand that and just really add that to and that's part of the trust. Like breathe, trust, love is everything is right here. And now a new right here. And now a new moment. And so we're just literally creating the next moment with our last breath. So when we can really magnify the power of that, like we are in charge of our world, of our, not our world, but our world. And so those fears that just keep haunting us, they're bringing up the stuff that we have to look at. It's all part of that. We've got to face our fears. We have to go into the dark so we can find that root and be able to go, oh, the only reason why I'm going through this panic attack is because I remember as a child, blah, blah, blah. And all I have to do is go, oh, that's been over for 20 years. And oh, I can just like literally pull this root out. How beautiful is that? And I can literally now realize that I don't have to carry that. How beautiful is that? We are so powerful when we get out of this thinking brain that gets us into trouble. Everybody that has a brain that gets them into trouble, please raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah, there is not a human being. I mean, even Buddha, maybe Jesus, maybe he got angry once. He flipped a table once.
Oh, I'm sure more than once.
It only got written down once.
He was, I mean, the beauty of that was his humanity. He came
Yeah.
into human form,
Yeah.
you know, to experience everything that we experience, you know.
Yeah. So these are real, they're real emotions. So when you're doing this practice, and like I had some tears come up, and I don't know if it was tears for sorrow and seeing Courtney go through these challenges, and you, Susan, go through different challenges, but it's still exactly the same. I just want to be free in my body. I want to be normal. I want to live life to my fullest. I sent out a survey, which I believe both of you participated, maybe Susan. Yes. Susan, did you?
I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so there were quite a few others that did the survey, and the level of fun on a scale of 1 to 10, like the highest was like a 4.
Are you talking about the insurance? It was mostly about insurance.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
that's on there too.
yes.
Okay.
It was because when we understand that fun is what we're supposed to, that's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be just a lively bunch of coconuts. I don't know why that came, but that's what the world is supposed to be. We are, I mean, children, we're frozen for a second. What the joy of a child, the joy of a little animal, an animal that's free. I saw a video last week of letting cows out of a barn for the first time in like years. And they were literally jumping for joy. All of them, not just a couple. It was fascinating. Of course, that's where you two, specifically because you're here, that's what's going on with the frustration of I just want to live, I just want to be free. So you are free, we are free beings, but this is where we have to have the tools that are easy and simple, and we practice using them when we don't need them. So this is the second part of this. So what I want to do when and I'll tell this story. When I first learned of GNM, and I learned of the panic program, the kidney collecting tubules program, when you think your life is at stake, your body, your kidneys close up, the kidney collecting tubules close up so you retain water. It's literally like a fish that's been thrown out of the water. It has to remain moist and wet so it doesn't dry out. Like that's the purpose. That's the biological purpose. It's an old fish program. So when we panic and have a symptom, the symptoms get worse. They get magnified. So we have to practice panicking, like practice situations that would put us in a panic. So what I did when I learned GNM in this program, I pictured myself driving in the wintertime and going off the road in the middle of the night and having my arm way over there. And I literally look down and go, oh, my arm is over there. I better remain calm. And I practiced saying that. And I grabbed my arm. I was like, I need to remain calm. I'm bleeding. Okay, God, I trust you. Because if I can do that in a panicked moment, I'm not going to bleed as much. If it's my time to transition, then it's my time to transition. But if it's not my time and I don't panic, I'm going to have a better chance. If I said that right, I'm going to have a better chance of survival with any. So that's what I did as my practice. So each of you can each take maybe one of your symptoms and picture what it feels like to come on. So when you start feeling, let's see, I have a feeling both of you feel it in your chest because your symptoms are there. So when you feel that coming on, there's like stages. So the sooner that you feel it coming on, the more clues, like you've had these things going on, you're like, okay, I feel myself going in a panic moment. So as soon as you recognize that that's going on and you remember this, breathe, trust, breathe. What is it? Trust, love. I had a moment. See, it was just 3 words. It was 5, I would have been done for. And even if I only breathe and trust, that would work too. Breathe would work too. But that love is what replaces, like you can blow out all the fear and frustration and anger and terror of your body, but you've got to replace it. I call this, like back in my 20s, I'm like, there's a replacement theory out there that when you get rid of something, you have to replace it. So that's the idea. I have negative stuff in my body, so I need to rid it. But what am I going to put in place of it? Do I want to be, well, maybe I trust, or do you want to be all in? Like, and I know both of you have great faith, so I want God's love in me. Like, that's nailing that in. So if you think of and picture your symptom coming on the next time, because it realistically will, and at what point can you really put this practice into play? So you feel the emotion coming on, or this physical symptoms, and as soon as you do, it's like, breathe. What are the 3 words? Breathe, trust, love, breathe. Okay. And even if you can't, if you're in a place and you're surrounded by people, you can close your eyes, take a little time out. Breathe, trust, love, breathe, trust, love, breathe, trust. Yep, 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 yep. Like, play with it. That's kind of what I did when I was playing with it. I sped it up a little bit, and I kind of danced with it, and I felt my body needed to move and wiggle out some energies. That's why I got up. But yeah, that's so you practice now when you don't need it. And then when you do need it, it will be programmed to go into play. You will have it. It's like, oh, like the other day I had this really sharp pain that came out of nowhere. I've trained myself to go, woo, that's a big one. Or something like that. So I bring joy to even a pain. Because if I didn't reprogram, I'd be like, what the?
Yeah.
And I'd cringe, and then it'd be this negative emotion. But I don't want to do that. I know that my body's doing the right thing. I know that that's an epicrisis for sure. And that's the energy of joy of my miraculous body that is doing the right thing. And it's the greatest of compliments. It's kind of a funny way that God designed us. It's like, why couldn't you have at least given us a painkiller to move through this? But we have the skills. And it can be so simple.
And, we understand a lot more than we give ourselves credit for. It's so easy to say, I don't know. But it's like, yeah, well, bring it in, because you do know some things. You've learned some things along the way. And one of the words or feelings that I go to, and again, it's not always right there, because when pain comes, it's like, there is a tendency to go into a little bit of a shock. But one of the feelings I like to go into is beauty. Okay. And I say to myself, well, you know what? My life is still going on. This is part of my life too. My life is still real. My life is still afoot. And I want to be able to see the beauty no matter what. Because beauty is one of those feelings that it's not good or bad. There can be beauty in pain. There can be beauty in, suffering a little bit. So sometimes that helps me to get still. It's like beauty, no matter what, my life is still going on, and I still have reverence for my life. We know that we do. This is something we know. I don't want to miss a beat, even if I'm in pain. Mm-hmm. It's still, even if I'm dying, I don't want to just, well, my life was 2 years ago and now I'm just, something else. No, this is still my life. Mm-hmm. And I want to remain conscious, even in the pain, mm-hmm. Even in the sadness or whatever it is, Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very powerful. Thank you for sharing. So you use the word beauty to replace that. So you've got a nice tool that you use. Nice.
Well, another thing I wanted to say related to what we've been or what you've been disseminating is I watched some quick video this morning on quantum physics for dummies, and it really boils down to the double slit experiment. And it's something I used to love to make reference to, that observed electrons are affected by the observer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when they looked at the electrons, when you were looking at the phenomenon at the light, looking at them. And so is our lives. It's like if you just look at the pain or look at the discomfort, and you're putting all kinds of emotional investment in there, and this is bad, this is horrible, and making it mean things. Well, guess what? The next set of electrons are going to be flavored with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Observed, the observer affects. Who is the observer? You are. I often say, I just turned 70, so I often say, well, I'm not really 70. I'm observing myself be 70. This is just an observation. Just like when I was 7, I barely was conscious, but I was still me, just observing myself be 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then so it's the same thing. It's like I'm just observing myself be this way. It's not the forever more thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. So Courtney's off video. I just want to see, Courtney, if you want to say anything, you can feel free to come back on and do, or without the video. So yes, navigating our world right now is challenging, but again, there's trillions of little events going on right now. Everybody thinks that theirs is the biggest, or theirs is but it is to us because it's us. It is big.
You have to observe it as the clown world that it is. It's just too insane.
Yes.
That it's like, you take it seriously, you'll get mad. You'll be mad and depressed. Who can live in that world? It's just this simulated reality, and it's designed these days of psychological warfare. It's designed to keep our vibration low. So absolutely. I cannot afford to look at it too closely.
Yep. No.
It's just nope.
Yep. For sure. So that is the offering I have for today. And that was
Thank you.
Double split experiment, Susan. I remember.
Yes, the double slit.
Yeah. Oh, slit.
The double slit experiment.
Yep. Not split and not spit. Okay.
I mean, a good example of it is, I used to be a teacher. So every now and then, a couple times a year, the principal would come in and observe your teaching. And I had incredible classes, and the kids were incredible. Every time the principal would come and watch us, everybody acted differently, including me.
Yes.
And that was the comment I would write. Well, observed electrons are affected by the observer.
Yes.
What can I tell you?
What he wanted to see, or she? Meaning the principal or whoever.
No, it didn't come out good.
That's funny.
It didn't come out good. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. So I have a song that I'd like to leave, and maybe I hope it will, let me just see. I hope it will, I'll at least share it. And if it doesn't sound good, we certainly don't need to go far with it. But it's called It's Okay. This is, this young lady was on America's Got Talent, and she was battling a cancer, and she sang her song. She didn't have any hair. And so this, actually, let me just do, I'd rather give you this, and then we'll go out on this. So if you can't hear it all, it's okay. You can listen to it's okay. You can listen to it after. How's that sound?
I'm awesome. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, we're happy you are. What's your name?
My name's Jane. When I sing, I go by Nightbird.
Oh,
That's nice.
Nightbird?
That's right.
Did you sing? Do you sing for a living?
Not recently.
Where are you from?
I'm from Zanesville, Ohio.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30 years old. And the dream is to be a singer. What are you going to be singing for us tonight?
I'm singing an original song called It's Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It is. It's okay.
It's okay.
What is It's okay about?
It's Okay is the story of the last year of my life.
All right. And who are you here with?
I'm here by myself.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I have not been working for quite a few years. I've been dealing with cancer.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. Can I ask you a question? How are you now?
Last time I checked, I had some cancer in my lungs, my spine, and my liver.
Wow. So you're not okay?
Well, not in every way, no.
You got a beautiful smile and a beautiful glow, and nobody would know.
Thank you. It's important that everyone knows I'm so much more than the bad things that happen. Yes.
All right. Sing for us.
Good luck. Nightbird. California summertime. It's funny thinking that it can change my mind. Oh, all my problems stay with me behind. I was time by it. What's the matter in time? All day, oh my, now I can't sleep. Said I knew myself, but again I lied. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You lost all the love. All right. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You lost all the love. All right. Hundred feet, but I burned them all. I burned them all. I broke free now. Don't look back at all. Don't look back at all. Day, I know I can't find. Yes, I lied. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You lost all the love and it's all right. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You lost all the love and it's all right. It's all right. You are all right.
So it's okay. Wherever you are, it's okay. So you're not alone. Everybody has somebody. And we're going to grow this tribe because I believe learning GNM will bring peace to the world. I truly believe that. Had that Nightbird known that liver cancer is a starvation conflict, spine cancer is probably about the self-evaluation that I assumed was in her gut. All three of those were just special biological programs of nature running. But she got stuck in a system and didn't have a critical piece of knowledge. But that's okay too. We have it now. So just keep learning, keep trusting, keep breathing, keep loving, and let everybody else in the world do the same. So I'm honored that you show up, that I'm going to put this out and that people listen. All we can do is the best that we can do each and every moment. Thank you, gals.
Thank you, Deanna.
You're welcome. Have a beauty-filled day.
Yeah. Beauty.
Start the